Torah tells us that if we go b'chukas Hashem, im b'chuksai tishmoru, the Torah tells us when we go to war, redaftem es yivechem, you're going to pursue your enemies, v'nofel f'neim lechorev, and they will fall before you by their own sword, by their own friendly fire. They will fall. Rodfu mikem chamisha meyo. So Rashi explains, name of Chazal, of you will pursue, meaning min hachaloshim shebechem, from the weaker of the Jews. You're going to pursue them, the enemy. Chamisha meyo umeya mikem revov yudofu. 5 will pursue 100, and 100 will pursue 10,000. So Rashi cites the Chazal. Kachu acheshman. If you figure it out, if 5 pursues 100, so if you have 100, how many should they pursue? If you deal with the same ratio, it should say 100 will pursue 2,000. But it says 100 will pursue 10,000. You cannot compare the lesser number who fulfill the Torah to the greater number who fulfills the Torah. It's a different dimension. The Merubim is Torah. You have 5. What is their level of value? Schus. So you have a smaller number, Osam is Torah. If you have a greater representation, Osam is Torah, you have 100. So therefore, geometrically speaking, it's a much greater. Meaning the sum total is greater than its parts. It's a different dimension. Therefore, it's multiples of what? Of the lesser number. Because it's a different reality. Once said, we say in Ashrei, it says, in Ashrei we say, Hashem listens, L'korov Hashem yikru v'emes. He listens to those who call out to him with truth. So it's a simple understanding. What does that mean with truth? It means with sincerity. You call to Hashem with sincerity. Hashem is Shomer, Hashem L'korov v'emes. Or you could explain, L'korov v'emes, a person who has the Schus HaTorah, as the Gemara always cites the Pasuk of Mishlei, Emes Kenei V'al Timkor, the only thing that exists which is unadulterated truth is the Torah itself. Chol HaShekru v'emes, those who call out to him, who possess emes, that's Ritzoni Yev Yaseh. He does the will of those who call out to him b'emes. If you have a schus, if you represent Merubim Moshe HaTorah, it's a different dimension than what? The Mu'at Moshe HaTorah. It's a whole different reality. Once mentioned, name of the Chafetz Chaim, that the Chafetz Chaim writes that David writes in Tehillim that Tovli Torah Spicham Alfi Zor V'Chesef, that the words of your Torah come from your mouth have greater value than thousands of talents of gold and silver. Shlomo Melech says in Mishlei Yekor B'Pninim that Torah has greater value Pninim than diamonds, something a person keeps on his person. So he explains to Chafetz Chaim, if you have 1 ounce of gold and you have multiple ounces of gold, it's only multiples of that single ounce. But if you have a diamond, you have a 1 carat diamond, and you have a 100 carat diamond, it's not 100 times the one. It's a different dimension of diamond. It's a different dimension. It's not multiples of the single carat. It's a different reality. So he explains, a person who studies 1 Masechta, 2 Masechtas, is 1 level of value. A person studies multiple Masechtas, it's more precious than diamonds. More than the geometric progression. It even has greater value than that. This is the Chafetz Chaim. So I asked a simple question, but Shlomo says, Yikori Mipninim. But Torah has even greater value than that. So what does it mean it has greater value? Now, why does anything in the material have any value? Only because they're interested. There's a market. There's a buyer's market. If people have no interest in diamonds, diamonds have no value whatsoever. Torah itself innately has that infinite value. Regardless, interest or no interest, it doesn't change the reality of its infinite value. Therefore, that's why it's Ikori Mipninim. It has greater value than the diamonds, because it's not dependent on anything. It's independent in its own right. It is its value. So Klal Yisrael, and it's a different dimension, because Torah, in terms of the geometric progression, in terms of its level of representation, in terms of its force and its infinite, multiple infinite to go beyond, which is not computable, it has a different dimension. Therefore, 100 will pursue 10,000.